What do you want to play next?
This is a song from my second record. It's called Summer Knees because you mentioned Michigan, and I figured I should mention it too. I remember the two dimples in the small of her back as she walked away from me across those railroad tracks. Her boots did crunch and sink in the rocks around the wood, while mine just stayed rooted to the spot to which I stood. I tried to be a strong man, I tried to be the one she could go to with a problem. I tried to be her gun, she'd load me with an instinct, pull my hammer back, squeeze along my trigger, and I'd fire with a crack. Oh, whoa, whoa. Summer knees, come back please. Take me home, Petoskey Stones. Summer knees, help me please. If you can, Lake Michigan. I think it was my fear, I guess it was my pain that pulled her even closer. I was meant to entertain each clever little notion in her ocean that I took. Spun around and finally found a little nest inside her brook, but the water kept on spinning. Yeah, she left me all alone, crawled soaking up a beach made of smooth Petoskey stones. I built myself a home here made of better days and rum, and I forget about this tempest that leaves in my ears this whoa. Summer knees, come back please. Yeah, take me home, Petoskey Stones. Summer knees, help me please. Yeah, if you can, Lake Michigan. They say a man who lost his hand can still feel his fingers move. It's a surprise every time when he goes to reach a tool. Does that mean she was a part of me, a limb just like my hand, severed from my body but my brain can't understand? I think that must be it, that must be the reason why I can't fix this with a hammer or cut it out with a knife. You can't mend a thing that's absent, you just wish that it was back while you buckle at your knees, thinking about railroad tracks. Oh, 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 oh. Summer knees, come back please. Yeah, take me home, Petoskey Stones. Summer knees, help me please. Yeah, if you can, Lake Michigan. Summer knees, oh come back please. Yeah, take me home, Petoskey Stones. Summer knees, help me please. Yeah, if you can, Lake Michigan.
That's another one from Ben Balmer here on WNCW. Definitely going from finger picking to pick. I like to you grab that up there. Didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times.
Yeah. You can watch this session, by the way, if you're listening live. You can also watch it on our Facebook page, WNCW's Facebook page. Just myself, Martin Anderson, and Ben Balmer waving at you. And our engineer is Sean Rubin. That was from your previous album, before this newest one, Honky Tonk Macbeth. But you've got new stuff in the works, releasing a new single now and again?
I do, yeah. So I recorded 12 songs in just this, I guess, right before I moved here, and they're all songs that were written by good friends of mine. It's called Ben Balmer and Friends, and I'm just recording songs that were written by musicians and performers that I really admire, and I've been lucky enough to spend time with them and hang out. So, so those are all covers, but they're all covers of folks that I think people should hear, but perhaps haven't.
Yeah, right on. Sounds like harmonica is one of the main things that you're known for. Playing harp with others. In fact, you brought a bunch of them with you today.
I did, yeah. I love playing harmonica. I concentrate. You know, the pandemic was a hard time for a lot of folks, but I wasn't very prolific writing a lot of songs. Just because, you know, you're just like, how many times are you going to write like these four walls and such, getting takeout, this is weird. You know, just nothing really happened and clicked. But I did woodshed harmonica, and I had such a wonderful time really moving back to the instrument, because I've always had a passion for it. But the past couple of years, I've really pulled it anew into my lap, and yeah, it's been really good and rewarding, and I've gotten to do a bunch of studio work with different musicians, and I'm playing tonight with the blues band, which is always a lot of fun, and I love the instrument. You can fit it in your pocket.
That's right. So easy, yeah. Well, your website, it's pretty easy, benbalmer.com. It's a great website overall, I must say. It's just well laid out and very informative, and you got a lot of good info about your harps.
Yeah.
The ones you endorse, and your your DIs, digital inputs, and various tricks that go with them.
Everybody's, you never know. People always ask about gear and everything, and I love the equipment that I use for harmonicas. I know a lot more about harmonica equipment than guitar equipment, to be honest. So and harmonicas in general. So
yeah. Well, you're a member. You make mention of some society for the
SPA, the Society for the Preservation and Advancement of Harmonica.
Yeah. Never heard of that, but it looks like that's been around a while.
Yeah, it's a good group of folks, just people who are passionate about the harmonica and want to keep a community going, and teach each other and help each other move forward. I was actually just featured on their magazine, which I was pretty excited about. And especially with harmonica, I've never felt like, at least with guitar and stuff, I've never needed to be the best one in the room. But with harmonica, I do have some ego wrapped up in that. There's so many other greater, way, way better harmonica players than me. And so it's really nice to be included in something like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, as a musician, I mean, you gotta excel in a number of different things. You have a great vocal range, I might add.
Thank you.
You're a strong harmonica player. I think you're a very good guitarist. Is there a certain aspect of your work, Ben, that you really want to focus more on in the future, or a new adventure for you, or it's just something to just woodshed more on, like you were saying?
I think, harmonica is something I've really focused on lately, and it's something that I'll continue to. And between that and songwriting, I think those are the most important things. I've been so lucky that I've gotten to play with musicians that can play circles around me, but that's okay, because I've never needed to be the person who wants to tell a guitar player what to play or a bass player what to play. I would just like to get a really good bass player and ask him what he would do, or he or she would do. And luckily I've had those musicians, and they pad out the songs and flesh them out and help me tremendously with the musicality. But I just really work hard on the lyrics and hard on the words and the composition of the song, and that's the thing I'm most wrapped up in, I think.
Mm-hmm.